Meanwhile, Nigeria's central bank governor Godwin Emefiele has said the Apex Bank may expand the list of 41 items not valid for foreign exchange in the interbank market as it seeks to reduce pressure on the naira, preserve FX reserves, and stimulate the local production of these items. Now, CNBC Africa's Only Sunday examines the impact of this policy on one item on that list, rice.
Rice is Nigeria's top staple food. According to the president-elect of Africa Development Bank and Nigeria's former agriculture minister, Akinwumi Adesina, Nigeria spends over 350 billion naira annually importing rice as local production falls short of demand. According to the ministry, Nigeria consumed 5 million metric tons of rice last year, importing 2.1 million metric tons to meet demand. The reasons for the shortfall vary, from quality of grains produced to a lack of support for local rice farmers.
There's rice grown at various places in Nigeria, Nasarawa State, in Anambra State, etc. I think where we lost it is in the quality standards. Personally, I like to eat local rice, but you have challenges if you're eating local rice and plenty of stones in it. You don't want to go see the dentist after you've had a meal of rice. So I think if we're able to provide real state-of-the-art milling equipment that can destone, can sort out the rice.
If we have the proper seeds, which there are certain seeds that have been identified, that these are the seeds that we eat as Nigerians, or people who like to eat white rice, the long grain rices. Now, when we produce those seeds and we produce that and give that to the smallholders farmers who would plant them and get the proper yield and be able to sell it to the processors who now takes it off from them, processes it, and be able to sell them. Now, if we don't work with them at that level to bring up the quality of rice that you want and then have a standard of processing this rice, and that's why sometimes when you get this rice, you think it's not quality enough for you to eat.
The recent listing of rice by CBN as one of the imported commodities not valid for foreign exchange brings to the fore the challenges facing local rice production in the country. While the policy is regarded in some quarters as an indirect move to encourage the patronage of local rice grains, some Nigerians believe it will only lead to a further increase in the price of the popular staple if nothing is done to address challenges facing rice producers.
I see this current policy as just something that came out of the desire of the central bank to defend the naira and maintain real value. It requires more than this. What have you done about the borders? Can people still smuggle the rice into Nigeria? If there's demand, if people have money and they want foreign rice, polished rice from Thailand, from Vietnam, from India, from where, they will pay for it once it comes into Nigeria. There's so many other items there. There's cement that people are still importing. It's on that list, the second or third item after rice or something like that. So I'm of the opinion that government needs to take more broader-based action.
A visit to local markets in Port Harcourt clearly shows the preference of most Nigerians. There is hardly a bag of locally produced rice in sight.
I don't know where I can get it in a good package because many people like packaging this time around. I don't know where I can get it.
We found out that the local rice is more expensive because a kg is 400 naira and 2 kg 800 naira. You see, by the time it goes up to 50 kg, you find out that it will be up to 12,000 naira. So you see, the imported one is lesser than the local ones.
Omo town in Anambra State reflects the challenges facing local rice farmers. The process of milling and packaging is rudimentary. The rice produced here is parboiled over firewood and the chaff sorted by hand. It's dried outside and milled inside this dilapidated structure. The quality of rice from this mill doesn't come as a surprise.
We realized that if you don't have proper standardized processing solution, then the supply chain, there will be gap in that. So ideally, when you have the processing section dealt with, and we standardize the processing where you have the proper destoning and proper processing and cooking and all those stuff, it's easier for you to get the right rice product processed and produced.
According to Nigeria's Ministry of Agriculture, the country needs to produce 3.2 million tons of rice to be self-sufficient. With more entrepreneurs investing in rice production, the country may be taking significant steps towards reversing its dependence on imports to meet local demand. The challenges faced in rice production and the inability of farmers to meet demand reflects some of the challenges faced in the local production of some of these items on the list. How prepared Nigeria is to tackle these challenges and the resultant hike in price of these commodities is sure to play out in the coming months. Onyi Sunday, CNBC Africa.